Hello, everybody. So nice to be back. Have you guys had a good summer? I sure have had a good summer, and I've been having lots of fun working on this um, kingdom, building it, all the buildings, and the boat. And oh, look what I found! My tape. I've been looking for my tape. I had to go upstairs and get tape from upstairs because I couldn't find my craft tape. And speaking of something that I can't find, have you guys that were listening last week, did you notice that the bunny rabbit that was up there isn't there today? Well, I took him down. Now I don't know where he is. I'm thinking maybe he's gone down a rabbit hole somewhere. Maybe he just didn't want to be taken down. Well, hopefully he'll show up eventually. Anyways, I thought we would begin today with a song that I think many of you know. It's the King of the Jungle song, and it comes from my Crew CD. I bet Joel or Reagan has done it with many of you from time to time. So let's start with this King of the Jungle song. It's so much fun. Here we go.
Who's the king of the jungle? Who's the king of the sea? Bubbly, bubbly, bubbly. Who's the king of the universe? And who's the king of me? I'll tell you, J-E-S-U-S. Jesus, he's the king of me. He's the king of the universe, the jungle and the sea. Bubbly, bubbly, bubbly. Who's the king of the jungle? Who's the king of the sea? Bubbly, bubbly, bubbly. Who's the king of the universe? And who's the king of me? I'll tell you, J-E-S-U-S. Jesus, he's the king of me. He's the king of the universe, the jungle and the sea. Bubbly, bubbly, bubbly. Who's the king of the jungle? Who's the king of the sea? Bubbly, bubbly, bubbly. Who's the king of the universe? And who's the king of me? I'll tell you, J-E-S-U-S. Jesus, he's the king of me. He's the king of the universe, the jungle and the sea. Bubbly, 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 splash.
I like the splash. Well, that was great fun. You know what? I love that song because it states who Jesus is. He is our King. And I think Jesus' disciples might have liked that song because in today's story, Jesus asked the disciples who they thought he was. Well, today's lesson comes from the book of Matthew, chapter 16, verses 13 to 16, but I'm going to read it to you from this book because it kind of puts the lessons in a bit of a story form. So I'm going to read it from here today. Everyone seemed to be talking about Jesus, the new teacher from Nazareth. Tales soon spread about the little girl who he had healed and the picnic meal he had provided for thousands of people. You remember that a couple weeks ago? Yeah, we made the restaurant up there on the craft for that day. If he was only a village carpenter, how could he do such wonderful things? Jesus' disciples thought very hard about their master too. He always knew just what they needed and seemed to understand them better than they understood themselves. They watched him constantly as he helped and healed everyone who came to him. Now and then they were kind of wondering, how could an ordinary person give orders to the wind and sea? Do you remember that lesson when they were out on the boat and he calmed the waters and invited Peter to walk out on the water? Well, one day, as they were walking together, Jesus asked them, "What are people saying about me? Who do they think I am?" The disciples eagerly repeated some of the remarks they had overheard from the crowds. "Some of them think you are John the Baptist, alive from the dead," one of them told him. "Some of them think you are Elijah, come back to earth to be God's messenger," another added. "They certainly believe that you are a prophet," a third person said. Then Jesus gave his disciples a searching look. "Who do you think I am?" he asked. There was a split second of silence. Then Peter burst out, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Wow, good for you, Peter. He didn't always get it right, but he got it that time. You are the Christ, the Son of the living God. Well, now I'm going to read it to you from out of the Bible because I really like the words of how it says in the Bible. And here is what it says in the Bible. Now, when Jesus came to the district of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that the Son of Man is?" And they said, "Some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, and others Jeremiah or one of the prophets." And he said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" And Simon Peter replied, remember what you just heard? "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." Yay, good for Peter. Well, that's something for us to know too. Being in God's kingdom, we need to know who Jesus is. He's the Son of God, the Messiah, our Redeemer, the Savior of the world. We believe this deep in our heart. If you remember, our relationship with God was broken, but God had a plan to restore us back into this relationship. He is our God and we are his people. John 3:16 states it very clearly. I'll read that to you. "For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whosoever believes in him will not perish, but have everlasting life." Wow, thank you so much, God, for that plan. You have done this amazing thing. You have blessed us so much. You just love us so dearly. And Jesus, wow. Yes, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. Now, to help us remember who Jesus is and what he did for us, we are going to make a cross today. So I made mine out of sticks and string. I took a long time looking for some sticks that I thought would make a great cross. I found some dark ones, and I also found some kind of reddish ones, and then I found these ones. I thought these are really cool. Look at these sticks. This one, and this ends up being my favorite. This one I'm really going to keep. Now, take some time looking for sticks that you would like to use to make a cross that's going to be special to you. Do not break them off anybody's tree. These should be sticks that you find on the ground. Or maybe you have a tree in your yard that your mom and dad want to prune, and that's okay too, but you have to ask them. Now, here's how we made the cross. I'll take this one. It's easier to show on this one. Okay, you leave a little string hanging down so you can tie the knot at the end. So you go from the front, you go up, around the back, down, around the back, up, around the back, down, around the back, up, around the back, down, around the back, and afterwards you can often tie it in other ways too. It's totally your choice. Now, with this one, I used some yarn. That other one, I used some other kind of string. And when I did this one, this bottom one kind of sprayed out like that. And I wanted mine to be skinnier, so I tied mine on the bottom too. Oh, when you're done tying here, you have to tie a knot. Anyways, you can leave yours to stick out, or you can tie it up together. However you make your cross, you just make it special to you. Well, I think we need to sing again. Well, this next song is called He's Jesus, and it's by Simon Perry, and it comes from my CD, Great Big God 2. So now I need to switch over, put a different one in there, and I'm going to turn this around so you can see the new words. Now this part that's light that you can't really read, that's okay. They're going to say that, and we're going to shout out Jesus. So you just keep shouting out Jesus, but then you can join them on the word glad. The chorus, He's Jesus, the Savior God sent. Jesus, my very best friend. Jesus, He'll love me till the end. He's Jesus. Of course, then we're going to shout Jesus again and hold out the word praise. Then it's going to repeat itself a couple times, and that's okay. But then comes my favorite part that I love in these songs, is when you just get to rock out and dance. And then there's a part where we just clap, and then we echo him saying, Jesus, Jesus. And it ends with, oh yeah. Okay, let's give this song a try. It's just so much fun. Okay, I gotta go ahead too. Sorry if I duck down there for a minute. Okay, let's go.
Jesus, I love you, love you, love you, Jesus, I love you, love you, love you, Jesus, yeah, here we go, woo!
I'm all out of breath. That was just so much fun. Well, I hope you have a good week making your cross. Spend some time looking for just the right sticks to make your cross. And use that time to reflect on, which means think about who Jesus is, what he did for us, and how he just blesses our socks off. Bye-bye.